Happy New Year and welcome to 2020. It is truly a blessing that we've made it this far. Without God, this would not be possible, whether we believe it or not. 2019, I truly believe, was a year of blessings and lessons, where we learned that God has been blessing us from day one to now. He blessed us through January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. And December, God did not hold back his blessings, but continued to bless us until this very second. We have health, we have our minds, and even though we may be struggling with many things, God has always been by our side. And so it is truly a blessing. But we also learned in 2019 that it was truly a year of lessons. A year where we learned that not everyone who says they're for us is really for us. Sometimes even our friends and our family may turn their backs on us. But that we can trust God more than anybody else in the world, because he will never leave us nor forsake us. And he is not a man that he should lie. He is faithful and consistent in all his ways. We learned that God has been so good to us. God is teaching us that we can always trust and rely on him. That he is God who, although he may show up after our deadline, he is the only one who can show up after the deadline and still be on time, because he's God. We've learned that 2019 taught us many things, but I believe that in 2020, God is calling all of us to surrender our entire lives, everything that we are, to him. I know for me that in 2020, God has called me to surrender my life, surrender my ministry, my calling, my purpose, surrender my heart, my mind, my health, everything that I am, my heart, surrender it all to him so that he can take control. I realize that if I only give him 10%, if I only give him access to 10% of my life, I can't expect him to do more than 10% with it. If I only give him 20% of my life, I only give him access to 20%, I can't expect more than a 20% return on the investment that I made in him. But if I give him complete control over my life to God who's done it before, I can trust that he will do extraordinary things with my life. And so I know that God is calling me for complete surrender. But what does it really mean to surrender? The dictionary tells us that surrender means to let go, to relinquish control. It's allowing someone with more power than you, or than me, or than us, to have that control over us, or to take control over our situations or whatever it is that we're going through. To relinquish control, to surrender to God, is to letting God take control of our lives, our health, our minds, our feelings and emotions, our relationships, our marriages, our school, our ministry, whatever it may be. It's letting God take control of these situations. Because one, he's done it before. Two, he holds all the power. And three, he has more power than us. And so it's relinquishing control, or letting go, letting God take complete control over everything that is going on in our lives. And I truly believe it is what God is calling us to do in this new year. It's like a child who brings a juice box to a parent. The child has tried and tried and tried, and they're not able to open this juice box. And so they bring the juice box to their parent, knowing that one, their parent has done it before. Two, their parent has more power than them. And three, their parent is strong. And so they give it to their parent to open the juice box for them. And so the parent takes the juice box, and while the child sits there or stands there in excitement, waiting to see what the parent is about to do, the parent takes the juice box and plugs the straw in and opens it, and now allows the child to reap the benefits of allowing the parent to take control. It's the same for us. When we bring the juice boxes of our lives, or our whole juice box that is our life, when we bring it to God, when we just sit and watch in excitement, in expectation, when we surrender everything that we have in our hands, our problems, our situations, our health, when we surrender these juice boxes to God and allow God to now take control, because one, He's done it before, two, He holds all the power, three, He's stronger than us. When we allow Him to take that juice box and to pluck the straw in, we can now reap the benefits that come with allowing God to take control of our juice box, or to take control of our lives, or our health, or our minds, or our relationships, or our marriages, or our school, our ministry, our callings, our feelings, our heart, our mind. When we allow God to take control of the juice boxes in our lives, we can then see Him do extraordinary things and reap the benefits that come with surrendering our whole lives, our everything, to a God who has all the power, who's done it before, and who has more power than us. And so this year, I'm charging you to allow God to have control over the juice boxes in your life. Stop trying to hold on. The juice box won't open itself. And it's obvious that we don't have the power to open our own juice boxes. Sure, we can stick the straw in, but more than likely it goes into the wrong hole, where it spills out or it doesn't work. But when we allow God to take control over our juice boxes, our juice box, we then allow Him to have complete control over our lives, to do what He does best, to use all the resources that He wants to use, and to do miraculous things with our lives. So this year, surrender. Let go. Say, God, I'm letting go. I'm raising my hands and I'm letting go. I'm letting You take control, so that You can do what You do best. I'm giving You 100% control so that You can have Your way. So that it's Your plan and not my plan. It's Your will and not my will. It's Your way and not my way. And so that I may reap the benefits that come with letting You take control of this juice box. This year, surrender. Say, I surrender, God. I surrender all that I am, so that You can do all that You do with all of me.